race for the playoffs over in League 2 is hot to bloody trot. That's right, after a crazy midweek action. That's right, what's going to go on this weekend? We're going to take a look at that and more next. That's right, folks, back once again with another prediction video. Today is all about match number 36, that's right, in League 2, and we'll get to it in a second. If you knew where you've been, smash your subscribe when you want to subscribe for League 2, Barrow Rovers, World Football. We're going to all hear under one rooski. That's right, the race for the playoffs is hot to bloody trot, and the race to avoid the trot also nowhere near being decided. We'll take a look at that, of course, and more in a second. If you knew where you've been, smash your subscribe. You want to subscribe for League 2, Barrow Rovers, World Football. That's right, who, of course, will be going up automatically. Of course, those positions still no clearer after following these midweek actions. So what we're going to do now, though, is revisit those midweek games, take a look at the table, and, of course, look forward to this weekend's drama. So here we go. Let's kick it on forward then, taking a look back at those last round of games, and these are those on the screen right about now. As you can see, some cheeky results here, there, and everywhere. Now, I am going to tell you this right here, right now. I'm actually recording this before these games have taken place, so just look at them. The score should be there. My prediction should be alongside them. Yeah, I have to record this because I am out and about, and I have no time in the middle to record. But I'm recording ahead of time. I'll give you my data. I'll give you all the jazz, or not the jizz, but the jazz, and then of course we'll come out of it with some predictions in the end. So that is the predictions there, of course, on the screen. This is the table as of right now, and this is the legit table following on the games from Tuesday night. And as you can see, Walsall still tip at the top of the table, and of course the race to avoid the bottom is hot to bloody trot, and who bloody knows about the playoffs. That's right. Now that's of course that. Don't forget, we do have the prediction again. I cannot give you an update on that. We'll bring you those when we get it. So please keep on doing your thing, and hopefully we'll be back in tip-top shape very, very soon. But these are the next round of games, guys, and these are those coming at you this coming Saturday, March the 8th. Now, as I said in that little blib there, I can't give you full data, but I'm just giving you a bit of a flavour of the recent form. So ignoring what went on the last time around, we're going to now go into this one. So let's take a look at it. It's Wimbledon. It's Notts County. It's coming at you this coming Saturday at the 8th of March. Wimbledon under Johnny Jackson. That's right. Doing A-OK in the race for those playoff spots, sitting in there quite nicely, because Notts County also in the mixer right there, doing the business as well. They played each other 5 times in 2015, 4 wins for Wimbledon, 1 win for Notts County. There's been no draws between the two sides, and that's, of course, stretching back to 2015. Now, the last time they played at this venue was a 4-2 win for Wimbledon. Notts County, though, picking up the win in the reverse fixture back in October. That's right. So Notts County only winning once of those last 5. And I'm not going to tell you what went on the last time around. You've got to figure that out yourself, but I can give you the bookies odds right here, right now. Wimbledon are hot to trot for the victory here, so I'm going to go with a draw, because both sides are in the mixer, and of course we'll fancy their chances to not only stay in the playoff race, but maybe even compete for the automatics. But one team that should be there or thereabouts at the moment, it is Walsall, and they're taking on Grimsby at their Bescott this coming Saturday. Matt Sadler's boys sitting in the top of the table at the moment, taking on Grimsby under David Artell, who are on a good bit of form right now. Of course, not too shabby over the last 6 or 7 matches. Now, these two sides have played 17 times since 1999. 9 wins Walsall, 4 wins Grimsby. There's been 4 draws between the two sides. Now, the last time they played at the Bescott, it was a 1-1 draw. That was way back in August 2023. The reverse fixture at Grimsby was a 4-1 win for Walsall. Now, coming into this, the last 6 between these two sides have not gone in favour of the hosts. That's right. So the last time the hosts won this game was when Walsall beat Grimsby back in September 2020. Again, can't give you an update on what went on last time around. You just got to figure that out yourselves. But the bookies, they'll go with Walsall at the Bescott. Of course, they are tip at the top of the table, and I'm going to go with another win for Walsall on this one. 2-0 winners. Meanwhile, we're going to go to some strugglers. That's right, Barrow and Andy Wing, and up against Accrington Stanley and John Doolan coming at you over at Barrow. Now, these two sides are struggling towards the bottom end of the table. I don't think they're in a direct relegation threat right now, but they could very much get sucked into it if things don't pick up. Meanwhile, Barrow and Accrington have played 6 times in 2011. Nothing for Barrow, 4 for Accrington. There's been 2 draws between the two sides. Coming into this, the last time they played at Barrow, it was a 1-1 draw back in December 2023. The reverse fixture at Stanley way back in October, it was a 1-0 win for Accrington. Of course, Accrington's most recent form on the road anyway was a 1-0 win. Sorry, it was a 2-1 loss to Harrogate. So they're hoping to get back to, I don't know what they've been like on the road. In fact, they have got to win it against Tranmere on the road, not too shabby. Barrow, though, have been a little bit toothless in front of goal, of course. And again, can't really give you too much away because I'm coming at you a little bit blind here. Barrow, though, do come into this as the bookies' favourites as of recording. And for me, I'm going to go that way as well. 1-0 winners, Barrow, giving themselves a boost and putting Accrington Stanley right back in hot water. Meanwhile, Cheltenham up against Colchester, coming to at Cheltenham. Michael Flynn's boys doing A-OK right now on form. Up against Colchester under Danny Crowley, also not too shabby heading into this one. Now, both sides are in mid-table and trying to get themselves a little bit closer to those playoff spots in a win today would make that very, very doable. 19 times they've played since 2003, 8 wins apiece and 3 draws. Last time around over at Cheltenham in the league, it was a 1-0 win for Cheltenham back in April 2021. They've also played the reverse fixture. In fact, they've also played this season at Cheltenham. It was a 2-1 win for Cheltenham back in January in the EFL Trophy knockout stage. Cheltenham coming out on top. And they've also picked up the reverse fixture, 2-1 win at Colchester back in October. So Cheltenham, like playing Colchester of recent times, are unbeaten in their last 6, picking up 4 wins and a couple of draws. Bookies, though, for this one, they go with Colchester as of right now. It is very, very touch and go. Could go either way, and by the time this game comes around, it might even fluctuate a little bit more. I'm going to back the Cowleys to get something out of this one, 1-1 in the end. Doncaster Rovers up against Swindon Town at the Keepmoat. Grant McCann's boys in the automatics, or there or thereabouts. Anyway, up against Swindon and Ian Holloway, who are in mid-table, but they're on a good bit of form at the moment. Played 19 times, 2004, 10 wins Doncaster, 4 wins Swindon. There's been 5 draws between the two sides. Now, last time around at the Keepmoat, it was a 0-0 draw back in September 2023. The reverse fixture at Swindon this season was a 2-1 win for Doncaster. Now, the last 6 have not gone in favour of the host. In fact, 5 of the last 6 have gone with an away victory. The only difference was a 0-0 draw. That was at the Keepmoat back in September 2023. Again, can't give you too much on the form here or the recent match there, but the bookies, they'll go with Doncaster. Swindon, not so much. I'm going to go with a 1-1 draw here. Ian Holloway's boys still making it difficult and might be trying to get a massive away win here would do them also wonders in their playoff push. Meanwhile, Chesterfield up against Newport County, coming at you over at Chesterfield. Paul Cook's boys, not the greatest bit of form right now. They're all down into mid to lower table. Up against Newport County and Nelson Jardem, same sort of area. We were talking about the middle teens here. Now, they played 5 times in 2013, 2 wins apiece and 1 draw. Last time around at Chesterfield, it was a 1-0 win for Chesterfield. The reverse fixture in Wales was a 3-0 win for Chesterfield. Chesterfield need this because they were tipped to do very, very well at the start of the season. Right now, their season seems to be falling on its arse, and I think Paul Cook could be in a bit of trouble on this one. I'm going to back Chesterfield with a 2-0 win, bounce back ability, and of course, maybe get their season back on track at the right time. Gillingham, though, their season's completely gone to shit, hasn't it? Up against Bradford City, who are well and truly in the automatic race. Of course, Graham Alexander's boys up against John Coleman. They played 35 times in 2001, 13 wins Gillingham, 13 wins Bradford. There's been 9 draws between the two sides. Gillingham, though, their form is not great coming into this. Up against Bradford, though, who have got a nice good run of wins under their belt. They're taking on Gillingham over at Priestfields. Last time around at this venue was a 2-0 win for Bradford way back in December 2023. The reverse fixture, a 2-1 win at Vale Parade back in October. Bradford's most recent form on the road has been pretty stellar. A couple of wins on the road there against Bromley and Salford. As for Gillingham, their home form has been better than their away form. But they've only won one, lost one, and drawn one over the last 3 at home. The bookies odds on this one, they'll go Bradford. Of course, they will, as do I. 1-0 winners. Not big, not impressive, but enough to keep them in that top 3 race. That's right. Fleetwood Town against Port Vale. Bit of a Northwest crunch clash coming at you at Highbury. Fleetwood under Pete Wild right now. Not doing the greatest. Just a win over the last handful of games there. Port Vale under Darren Moore also kind of gone off the boil a little bit, but they are still in those playoff spots. Just one defeat in the last 6 or 7 or so. Fleetwood Town, though, and Port Vale played 16 times in 2012. 5 wins Fleetwood, 7 wins Port Vale. There's been 4 draws between the two sides. Last time around at this very venue was a 3-0 win for Fleetwood. That was in League One. The reverse fixture at Vale Park was a 3-1 win for Port Vale back in October. Vale's away form has been not the greatest. Couple of draws in a row there, not too great. It's their home form that's keeping them in the mixer. Meanwhile, Fleetwood's home form has been okay. A couple of draws there, back-to-back draws, but realistically, they should be winning those matches. The odds for this one, Fleetwood have got the edge here. Port Vale gone off the boil somewhat. I'm going to go with a 1-1 draw as well. because I just don't believe in Darren Moore at the moment. I like Darren Moore. I think he's a great coach, and I think it's a weird fit, this Port Vale thing. I think they can still be in the playoffs, but I was hoping for automatics for them this season. Meanwhile, Harrogate Town up against Carlisle. Coming over at Harrogate, Simon Weaver's boys. Okay form at the minute, sitting in lower mid-table. They're 20th in the table up against Carlisle, of course, who are rock bottom as of right now, or there or thereabouts. Of course, I don't know what went on Tuesday, but they're taking on Harrogate for the 11th time. The previous 10, 6 wins for Harrogate, 1 win for Carlisle. There's been 3 draws. Last time around over at Harrogate, it was a 1-0 win way back in August 2023. That was in the EFL Cup. Last time they played in the league at this very venue, it was a 3-3 thriller way back in November 2022. The reverse fixture, a 1-1 draw at Carlisle way back in October this season. Carlisle on a good bit of form of late. Again, not too sure what went on the last game there, but they managed to get a couple of draws there and a win, the first win for Mark Hughes. So maybe the great escape is on. And just think about this: 12 months ago, these guys were in the playoffs. Goodness gracious me, how was it? Was it the playoffs, or they actually got promoted? They got promoted last season. No, my head's all over the place. They got relegated last season. This will be back-to-back relegations. Is that right? Am I saying that right? I think I am right. Anyway, the bookies odds on this one, Harrogate are fancy, but I do believe the great escape could be on there with Mark Hughes. I'm going with a 1-0 win for Carlisle. MK Dons, they're taking on Morecambe. That's right. Who'd have thought this then? MK Dons on the Scott Lindsay, no more. Scott Lindsay, has he left? I think I did read that last week. I think he left. Of course, they're coming into this without a win in the last, I don't know, at least 6 games, probably more than that. Again, don't know what went on more before. Derek Adams, of course, Morecambe, they're down there, 23rd with 26 points for the season. They played each other 12 times since 2007. 9 wins, MK Dons, 2 wins, Morecambe. There's been 1 draw. Last time around at the Stadium MK, it was a 2-1 win for Morecambe way back in January 2024. The reverse fixture at Morecambe, it was a 3-1 win for MK Dons. I wouldn't say it's a must-win for MK Dons. They look like their season is over. Their bookies are tipping them to win this one. I've got to tip them as well. Again, I think I did read Scott Lindsay was sacked, but I can't check the news right now because it's a little harem-scarum right now. Salford against Crewe, still Northwest Crunch clash. Of course, Carl Robinson, as boys are in and there or thereabouts for those playoff spots, but the form is not great. Just a win or so in the last 6 against Crewe and Lee Bell. Again, not the greatest bit of form for them, but they're actually in the playoffs as of recording. They played each other 7 times in 2019. 4 wins Salford, 2 wins Crewe. There has been 1 draw. Last time around at this very venue, we had a 4-2 win for Salford back in October 2023. The reverse fixture at Gresty Road, it was a 1-1 draw way back in October. Crewe's away form has been okay in the last couple. We picked up 4 points of a possible 6. Salford's home form, picked up 4 points of the possible 9 there. Bookies odds for this one. Again, we go for Salford. That's for those guys. For me, I'm going to go with Salford as well. They need to bounce back and fast. Otherwise, Carl Robinson will get sacked from Neville, Scholes and co. And then finally, it's Tranmere, it's Bromley. It's coming over at Tranmere, and of course, looking for the new coach. They might have a new one at this point. Probably not. I don't know. But they're coming into this on really woeful form, and they are well and truly in that relegation discussion. Bromley, though, and Andy Woodman doing A-OK, sitting in 10th spot as of recording. Could be a little bit closer than that when, of course, this video goes out. They played Tranmere 7 times in 2015. 6 wins Tranmere. Nothing for Bromley. Has been 1 draw. Tranmere, of course, haven't won in the last at least 11 games. It might be more than that, of course. Coming at you last time around at this very venue was a 1-0 win for Tranmere way back in February 2018. That was in the National League. The reverse fixture, a 2-1 win for Tranmere at Bromley back in October. Of course, the bookies, though, for this one, they'll go with Bromley, but only just. I'm going with a 1-0 win for Tranmere. Maybe a new manager bounce on this one for me. That's my take on it, guys. And, of course, I would usually say this is what the table will look like. But maybe, yeah, this will what the table will look like. Of course, let me know your thoughts and opinions down below, of course. And don't forget, the Prediction League is still hot to bloody trot. That's it, guys. Of course, subscribe, smash the like. Catch you later, guys and girls. We'll be back very soon. But until then, we are done.